Hi, Maria Guzman, Saint Martinez, Pam Blackburn. How are y'all doing? I'm interrupting y'all's afternoon. This is not a long video, but I did need to interrupt y'all's afternoon. And I was sharing it to the pulgas because y'all need to go to the pulgas and just walk it. If you don't go out there and walk the pulga, see what they have. Usually when I go with Ophelia to the pulga, we get lemons or limes or mangoes by the box. Hi, Teresa Riley. Well, I want to thank all of you for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I done got to 1,000 subscribers, so I thought I would interrupt y'all's afternoon. And if anybody here is from Moses Lake, Washington, hey, don't forget that the Fun Factory Rentals will rent supplies for your parties, quinceañeras, birthday parties, tables, chairs, and stuff like that. Don't forget to give them a call if you're doing another party. They were part of my last 10, so that's why I'm mentioning them. Thank you. Pam Blackburn, Teresa Riley, thanks. Uh, yes, Maria Guzman, yay, we got to 1,000. I finally got to 1,000. Let's see if we can do bigger and better things to my pocketbook with YouTube. And if it's promoting businesses for subscriptions, why not? But I wanted to let y'all know I got to 1,000. Thank you all, everybody that has those fake accounts that joined me to get to 1,000. Thank you very much. Even if I don't know who your black marked accounts are, it's fine as long as they're subscribed. And I'm tired. I was actually doing what Soledad wanted, and I got the 2 brackets put up where they need to go. Now I just need to go and get that dowel stick, and then the closet will be ready. My makeshift fast closet is almost ready, and it'll be ready in under 25 bucks, I think, because it was only 10 something to get the 2 brackets after you put the tax. Because Texas is a state of, we believe in charging you 8.25 in tax. Which, it's times like this that I wish I lived in Delaware where they don't charge state tax. Yes, we need to thank all the haters too, because without them, we wouldn't have been able to reach the 1,000 subscribers, Teresa. And I think it's funny because, you know, what can they say? They don't like me talking about anything. It's like anything that I come up with, they're going to come up with, why did she have to say it that way? Because I can. This is my platform, damn it. Hey, Cinder Garza. We just got to 1,000, so I was just letting you all know. And of course, all the haters don't like my voice. Sometimes I think that they think there were the detainees at the federal detention center where I worked, and I always told them, y'all better behave on my 8 hours. You know, I don't care what you do on somebody else's 8 hours. The power of the pin, and look at this pin. What does it look like? Look at the pin. And look what it has on it. This is a pin that's shaped in the shape of a bullet, and it has a rifle on it because we believe in the Second Amendment, and of course it has my name on it. It's engraved. It's engraved with my name on it. It says Angie MG. But it does have a. The only thing I don't like about this pin that I never have liked is the way that this little. I think it should have just been a plain one instead of curved that way. But I mean, it does its job. It's a nice pin. But hey, don't forget, all the ballots are coming out already, public for elections. I got to see on the RGV news, the one for. Hey, my lipstick is falling off. Wow, probably because of the hot coffee, and I'm sweating because I was working on that shelf. Uh, I got to see the one for Willacy County, and I'm going to opt to be one of the 9,000 people that do not go vote for this turnaround because I didn't see anything that was worth voting for on that ballot. And if somebody out there in the back doesn't like my opinion, too bad. Get your own platform. Willacy County's ballot does not have anything worth going out there in the heat to go vote for. There is nothing that's going to bring any change to anything around here on that ballot, whether it's Republican or Democrat. I already saw the ballot. That's what you get for sneaking it out there. In fact, I sent the ballot to some people, and they were like, what the hell? Why are you sending us this? And I'm like, your favorite peoples are on there. And they couldn't see their favorite people on it. That was a funny for me. But, I have to point the person out. But that's on the ballot here at Willacy County. I'm not talking about any other counties. Maybe there is some good persons on the ballots, especially the one for Mercedes is going to have Velda on it, and that's got to be a super ballot because Velda has overcome so much. And like I was telling her yesterday, the main thing was putting your name on the ballot. The rest is history. Whether you win or lose or anything else, is you had the empowerment and the ovaries to put your name on the ballot and tell everybody, guess what? Don't worry about my past because I'm bringing you into the future and I'm in the present. And that's what matters when you're running for office. The past doesn't matter. That already happened. It's gone. It's c'est la vie, such is life. What matters is what you are now and what you will bring to the table in the future. And being able to be an empowered woman with the ovaries to put her name on the ballot was the number one thing to do. That's what all the people in the back need to learn. It's like, doesn't matter if you sell stuff at the pulga in a stand on the weekends, and then you're a business person during the week, or you're a worker at a nice place, restaurant, club, HEB, because there is no shame in working for HEB. Let me tell you, But has 457 stores in Texas and Mexico. And But knows how to take care of his employees. I don't know about Sam Walton, but But knows how to take care of his employees. Their 401k system is awesome. Their benefits are awesome, and their pay is fair. It's not minimum wage for any of their employees. So don't think that because somebody works for HE-Butt or HEB that they're in a job where, oh wow. No. That's one of the best jobs that you can have here in the state of Texas. Working for HE-Butt, he has your back. As an employer, he's not going to look down on anybody. And neither are his family members. So, that is something that I will tell anybody loud and clear. Don't make the mistake of thinking that because somebody works at HEB that they're nobodies. Oh no, these people are backed by their company. And not only are they stock owners from their company, why? Because they're empowered. And even if it's a grocery store, they sell other things in that grocery store. They have the plus grocery stores. They sell gasoline. They sell other products in that grocery line. And their job is to keep the product sold. How does that happen? That happens when you start giving your employees empowerment and stocks in your business. Why? Because it makes it their business to keep the product sold and not walking out of the doors all the time. Yes, they are, Teresa. Years back, HE-Butt gave all his employees stock. Everybody. He didn't make exceptions because they were carrying carts or they were just cashiers or they worked in the office. He went and said, everybody's going to get stock. And sure enough, everybody got it. So, don't look down at any business because there are small businesses, but they also take care of their employees in different ways. Now, HE-Butt is one of the biggest in the state of Texas. And in South Texas, they have very little competition except Sam Walton. Maria Guzman, my daughter has worked for HEB for almost 20 years. I kind of forced her into getting a job like that. But hey, she wanted to be a teacher, and I told her, that's fine. But teachers don't get nothing when they're old unless they're putting money in the 401k that the teachers don't have. They have teachers' retirement, and teachers' retirement is really, it sucks. They have, teachers in Texas have insurance, life insurance and stuff. That's only good if you die during your working years, because once you retire, you lose everything that you invested in that life insurance policy and stuff. So that kind of sucks too. So when I found out that teachers didn't get Social Security unless they worked 2 jobs, I told my daughter, you better start putting your 40 quarters in somewhere. And she started with HEB, and she has been there for 20 years. So she's past her 40 quarters, but she likes her job. And I like that she works for HEB because I get to meet all her customers sometimes over the phone. Why? Because when she gets put in the gas station, she gets to talk to a lot of people that are coming in there, and they know that she's a teacher, so they know that she's taught their kids or their grandkids, or and they have conversations about their kids and stuff. And sometimes I'm on speakerphone and I hear them, and it's like weird to me because sometimes when I go to HEB and the gas station, I don't get a conversation. I don't get a hi. Sometimes I get questioned about the last name on the back of my Nissan because that's my ex-husband's last name that I stole from him and kept. I'll be honest. He's always wanted me to pay him for the last name I kept, but I was protecting the innocent because I worked for the federal correction office and I didn't want nobody to know who I was related to in South Texas. because you never know who you're going to meet in the streets when you're in South Texas. They get put out of jail all the time. So, it's like, um, I do believe in that. And that you have to think ahead. You have to always be thinking ahead, even though you love a profession. If that profession is not gonna benefit you when you're older, then you have to look at that as a secondary profession and look for something that is going to benefit you. And that's why I kind of forced my daughter to be in both. And now she's part time for HEB. She used to work a lot of hours for HEB, but it came down to part time, and she likes what she's doing. So that's what counts. As long as she likes what she's doing, it's okay. You always have to like what you're doing. I loved what I did when I was a correctional officer because I got to talk to a lot of people. I didn't care if they were criminals. I got to talk to them and I got to learn a lot about why they were there, what their circumstances were, and you analyze and you think, could this person have done something better with their lives, or was it their surroundings that caused them to be here? And there's always going to be two sides to all the stories. Not everybody that's in there is guilty of anything except association with other people. And that's the way I see it. But my main thing was just to thank everybody because I got to 1,000 today. Marks the day that I got to 1,000, thanks to family members, thanks to you all, thanks to those haters back there, and thanks to everybody in Nigeria, because I have a lot of followers that are from Nigeria. So I want to thank everybody for helping me get to 1,000 on my YouTube channel. I'll talk to y'all later.